Hello students, I am Lalita Sumraskar, economics teacher, BYK College of Commerce. Welcome you in online lecture series organized by BYK College of Commerce, Nasik for class 12 for academic year 2021-22. Today I am going to discuss with you introductory lecture about the subject economics. Student, due to pandemic COVID-19, last academic year 2020-21 offline teaching was not possible. So our BYK college conducted online lecture series for you as per government rules and regulation. We also arrange your final exam, that is your annual exam, through Google form, and your result was 100%. And this credit goes to our principal Dr. Ram Kulkarni and vice principal in charge Mr. P.V. Mule sir. So I express my gratitude towards the both. This academic year 2021-22, we are again starting online teaching for you for class 12 from today onwards, and we will finish your whole syllabus for all subjects up to the end of December 2021. You will get quality videos on all subjects, and you also get notes on various topics in PDF form. We will give assignments on all chapters through Google link, and also you have to solve objective type question through Google form. My advice is to maintain separate notebook for all subjects to solve given assignments on various topics. As per government norms, this academic year, separate marks given to all these assignments by the board. So be ready with all these assignment books and homework given to you for all subjects, and you have to submit all these things to the college as per the instruction given to you. So be ready for all these things. Now let us see the aims and objectives of online lecture series. First one is to get more and more quality videos on the whole syllabus. You will get videos, quality videos, which will complete your whole syllabus. Okay. Second one is to get notes on various chapters in PDF form, which is not available in the textbook. You will get ready-made notes in PDF form, which is not available in the textbook. So whatever not available in the textbook, that you will get in the form of notes, and that is in the form of PDF. Okay. Number 3 is solving more and more objective type question in the Google form. We will provide Google form also, and in these Google form you have to solve objective type questions. Next objective is to get guidance of subject expert. You will get guidance of subject expert also. Next one is rules and regulation to be followed while solving question paper. How to solve the question paper, how to solve the objective type question, how to solve short answer question, how to solve essay type questions. So teacher will guide you how to write down the answer for these questions. To get next one is to get variety of question. You will get variety of questions also through this series. Next one, complete the syllabus within a given time limit. We will complete your whole syllabus for all subjects within a given time limit, that is up to the end of December 2021. So these are the aims and objectives of online lecture series. Now let us see the next one. What you get through online teaching, you will get quality videos on YouTube. You will get YouTube links, okay, which will cover your whole syllabus. Next one is assignments on whole syllabus. You will get assignments, and you have to maintain separate notebook for assignment, and board given separate marks for these assignments. Number 3 is objective type question through Google form. You have to solve variety of objective type question through this Google form. Let us see student now introduction of syllabus. You have to know your syllabus. What is the syllabus of economics? You have to study total 10 chapters in detail. Let us see the first chapter. What is the name of first chapter? Introduction to micro and macroeconomics. Last year in 11th class you studied in first chapter basic concept in economics. In this chapter you studied what is microeconomics and macroeconomics. So this year you have to study what is microeconomics and macroeconomics in detail. Let us see the content under this chapter. Number 1 is meaning of microeconomics. Okay, meaning of microeconomics with the help of definitions, that you have to study. What is the scope and subject matter of microeconomics, that you have to study. What are features of microeconomics, that also you have to study. What is importance of microeconomics, what is importance of microeconomics means, what are the uses of microeconomics, what is practical application of microeconomics, that you have to study. Meaning of macroeconomics with the help of definition. What is the scope and subject matter of macroeconomics, that you have to study. What are the features of macroeconomics, and finally what is importance of macroeconomics. So these contents you have to study under the chapter number 1, introduction to microeconomics and macroeconomics. Let us see the second chapter, that is a utility analysis. All of you know what is utility. Utility is a capacity of commodity to satisfy human want. Last year this concept you studied. Now you have to study utility analysis in detail. Now let us see the content one by one. Number 1 is what is utility, features of utility. Next one is the types of utility, concepts of utility. Concept means what is total utility, what is marginal utility, that you have to study. After that, what is relationship between total utility and marginal utility. Okay, after that you have to study very important law, that is law of diminishing marginal utility with the help of its statement, assumption, schedule, diagram and exceptions. Next one is what is practical application, what is the significance of the law of diminishing marginal utility, that also you have to study. And last one, number 7, what is relationship between marginal utility and price. So these things you have to study, these contents you have to study under the second chapter, that is utility analysis. Next chapter is chapter number 3a. Chapter number 3 is divided into two parts, that is chapter number 3a and chapter number 3b. Okay, what is the name of the chapter number 3a? That is demand analysis. Let us see the contents under this chapter. Meaning of demand. What is a demand, that you have to study with the help of definition. What is demand schedule? Okay, what is individual demand schedule and what is individual demand curve? What is a market demand schedule and what is a market demand curve? What are the reasons for downward sloping demand curve? What are different types of demand? What are factors affecting demand, that is determinants of demand? Okay, after that, very important law you have to study, that is a law of demand with the help of its statement, assumptions, schedule, diagram and exception. These things you have to study under the law of demand. After that, next topic is what is variation in demand and what is change in demand. These things you have to study with the help of diagram and their explanation. Now let us see the next chapter, chapter number 3b. What is the name of chapter number 3b? That is the elasticity of demand. Let us see the contents under the elasticity of demand. Number 1 is concept of elasticity of demand. What is the meaning of elasticity of the demand? Okay. Next one, what are different types of elasticity of demand? Income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand and price elasticity of demand. These 3 types you have to study in short. Okay, after that, what are different types of price elasticity of demand, that you have to study in detail. Okay, after that, number 4 is methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. 3 methods are there: percentage method, total outlay method and point or geometric method. These 3 methods you have to study. Next one is what are factors influencing elasticity of demand, that also you have to study. And last one is what is importance of elasticity of demand, or you can say what is the significance, what is the practical application of elasticity of demand. So these are the contents that you have to study under the chapter number 3b. Let us see the next chapter, chapter number 4, that is supply analysis. Let us see the contents under this chapter. Number 1 is you have to study the concepts of total output, stock and supply. Number 2, supply schedule, that is individual supply schedule and market supply schedule. Okay, after that, individual supply curve and market supply curve. What are determinants of supply? Very important law you have to study here. Law of supply with its statement, assumption, schedule and its explanation, diagram and its explanation, and what are the exceptions of the law. These things you have to study under the law of supply. Next content is variation in supply and change in supply. Both things are the different here. After that, you have to study the concept of cost. What are the concept of cost? Total cost, marginal cost, average cost. Okay, and finally you have to study concepts of revenue, and that is total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue. Okay, so these are the contents under the chapter number 4, that is supply analysis. Next one is chapter number 5, that is forms of market. Let us see the contents under this chapter. Number 1 is definition of market. Meaning of market you have to study, okay, here with the help of definition. Next one is a classification of market. How market is classified. Number 3, features of perfect competition. What is perfect competition and what are the features of perfect competition? Next one is how price is determined under perfect competition. Number 5, features of monopoly market, types of monopoly, and what are the features of oligopoly market. So these things you have to study under the chapter forms of market. Let us see the next chapter, chapter number 6, index numbers. Let us see the contents under the chapter number 6, that is index number. Number 1 is definitions of index number. Okay, next one is what are the features of index number. This is a theoretical part. Next one is what are different types of index number, that you have to study. Next one is the significance of index number. What are steps involved in the construction of index number. This is also theoretical part that you have to study. Next one is number 6 is what are the methods of constructing index number. So this is a calculation part, simple index number and weighted index numbers. What is last best price index number, what are purchase price index number, what is a price index number, what is a quantity index number, and what is a value index, and how to construct them. These things we have to study under the methods of constructing index number. Next one is theoretical part is what are limitations of index numbers. So these contents you have to study under the chapter number 6, that is index number. Next chapter is chapter number 7, that is national income. In 11th class you studied this concept, what is national income. Now let us see what contents you have to study under the national income. First one is a definition of national income. Okay, next one is the features of national income. Next one is a circular flow of national income. Different concepts related to national income, that is GDP, NDP, GNP, NNP. Next one is what are methods of measuring national income, and there are 3 methods: output method, income method, and expenditure method. Next one is what are difficulties in the measurement of national income, theoretical difficulties and practical difficulties. These things you have to study. And finally, what is the importance of national income. So these are the contents under the chapter national income. Now chapter number 8 is public finance in India. Let us see the contents under this chapter. First one is the functions of government. Okay, number 2 is the definitions of public finance. Number 3 is the difference between public finance and private finance. Number 4 is what is the structure of public finance? What are the contents under the public finance? How public finance is classified? And number 5 is types of budget. What is budget? What are the different types of budget? Balanced budget, surplus budget, and deficit budget. Okay, so these contents you have to study under this chapter, that is public finance. Next one is chapter number 9, that is money market and capital market in India. Now let us see the contents under this chapter. Number 1 is classification of Indian financial system. Number 2, meaning of financial market. Number 3, meaning of money market. Number 4, structure of money market, that is organized and unorganized. Number 5, role of money market. Number 6, problems of money market. Number 7, structure of capital market. Number 8, role of capital market. Number 9, problems of capital market. And finally, what are reforms introduced in the capital market. Okay, so these contents you have to study under the chapter money market and capital market in India, that is chapter number 9. And last chapter is chapter number 10, that is foreign trade of India. Now let us see the contents under this chapter. That is the last chapter of your syllabus. Number 1 is meaning of internal trade. Okay. Number 2 is the meaning of foreign trade. Number 3 is the types of foreign trade. Number 4 is the role of foreign trade. Number 5 is the composition and direction of India's foreign trade. Number 6, recent trends in exports. Number 7, trends in imports. And finally, concepts of balance of payment and balance of trade. So these contents you have to study under the chapter foreign trade of India. That is the last chapter of your syllabus. So this is all about your syllabus. Now let us see some important instruction to you while studying the subject economics. First instruction to you, that is, read textbook carefully. Read textbook carefully. Read each and every line given in the textbook. That is my advice to you. Number 2 is try to understand various concepts given in the syllabus. Number 3, you should know the syllabus. This is your first priority. You have to know your syllabus first. Total 10 chapters you have to study in detail. Number 4 is you should know the paper format of theory paper as well as format of internal exam. So who will conduct theory paper? Theory paper will be conducted by the board and internal exam will be conducted by the college. So you should know the paper format of theory paper as well as format of internal exam. Next instruction number 5 is definitions of concepts are important part of your subject. You have to know definitions of various concepts. For example, you have to by heart the definitions of microeconomics, macroeconomics, what is demand, what is total output, what is stock. Yes, what is national income, what is GDP, what is GNP, what are the definition of budget. These things you have to know in detail. Okay, so definition of the concepts are important part of your subject. Number 6 is practice to draw schedules and diagram. Okay, schedules and diagrams, these things are integral part of the economics. So practice is must. How to draw the schedule, how to draw the diagram. So for 2 marks also you have to draw schedules and diagrams. Then only you will get out marks for your answer. Number 7 is read chapters again and again. Read chapters again and again means revision of chapters. Revision of the chapter is must here. Okay. Next one is practice to solve objective type questions. Practice to solve objective type question is must because of all objective type question they are application based, right? Number 9 is you should know different types of question. Only objective type question is not there. Different types of questions are also there. For example, in short answer question, answer the following question. Do you agree, disagree? This is also short answer question. Okay. Answer in detail. That is a essay type question. Distinguish between these things also you have to know in detail. Right. Number 10 is read do you know and you should know in the textbook carefully. In your textbook, do you know and you should know. These things are given in the boxes. Okay, so definitely question possible on do you know and you should know. Okay, so read do you know and you should know in the textbook carefully. Next important instruction to you, maintain separate notebook to solve assignments for different chapters. So board given from this year government given separate marks for assignment for your homework. Next instruction is solve objective type question given in a Google form. We will give different objective type question to you, that is in the Google form for your practice. Next one is solve model question paper. Okay. Next one is you should know how to write down the answers for short answer and long answer questions. Next one is refer private reference books and solutions for more and more practice. Okay. Next important instruction to you is revision of syllabus is must. Revision, repetition of the reading of your syllabus or different chapters of different topics, that is very important thing in economics. Next one is solve difficult topics again and again. Okay. Follow instructions given by the teachers. And very important thing is finally concentrate on application based questions. What are the application based question in economics? Question number 1, that is objective type question. Okay, objective type question are totally application based. Next one is a question number 2a. What is the headline of question number 2a? With the help of following illustration, identify the concept and explain it. For this, practice is must. For that, you have to know the concept in detail. And next question is question number 5. What is the headline of the question number 5? Read the following passage, schedule and diagram and answer the question given below. So concentrate on application based questions such as question number 1, question number 2a and question number 5. So follow all these instruction carefully, then only success is yours and you will definitely come out with flying colors in board exam. And finally, very important thing for you, complete your homework given to you on the whole syllabus, that is in the form of assignments and Google form, because from this academic year 2021-22 government kept marks for the homework. This is very important thing to you. Finally, student, all the best to you for your academic year 2021-22. And thanks for watching my video. Thank you very much.